What is going on, everybody? This is Josh from Sorcerer Studios, and welcome back to another video, and this is episode 18 of the Dungeon Game Dev series. Now, I'm trying to contain myself right now because I'm a little bit mad, and I'll tell you why. And it has nothing to do with the brute that's right there. And, well, no, it has everything to do with the brute. And I'm both really happy and really mad. I'm really happy because, as you can see, I got the following system working pretty much perfectly. He walks around all of the obstacles and he doesn't go flying around. Now let's see, does it work with this pot right here? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's why I'm very happy, and I'm very mad because of the reason why he wasn't working in the first place. He wasn't working in the first place because apparently an enemy or an AI controlled character cannot have a rigid body, or else it will pretty much spaz out and just fly around the map. So that's why I'm mad, but I'm getting over it because I have just solved the problem, and this is going to open up so many new opportunities because I don't have to worry about this problem anymore. Which means that I really want to get the Sentinel working, I really want to get the attack system working, and I really want to get the vision system working, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically the system in which the enemies will detect Ethan. So if he's hiding behind these crates, then they won't see him, and etc. So those are a lot of things that I want to work on, and that's what I'm going to continue working on for this episode. So without further ado, let's see what I can do. So let me try to explain what I'm trying to do. So basically, I want to first add a vision system for basically this guy and all the other enemies. And that means that when you get into his view or his vision radius, then there will be a bar on the top left-hand corner that basically progresses to being full, and when it's full, that means you are seen and he will follow you. But if that bar is not full, then he doesn't see you yet, and he is going to add basically a value to that bar every frame, and the bar will go up and up. Now it kind of depends on his vision, and for some reason he keeps getting stuck on this edge here, but let me show you what I mean. So if I were to hit the pause button and I were to go into the inspector of this guy, see, it shows value added, and currently this is just a number, it means nothing currently. But if I were to just play the game again in windowed mode, as you can see, the further away I run from the brute, the smaller the number gets. Now the number is not supposed to be negative, but as you can see, if you look in the pathfinding script, there's the vision radius, and that's 20, and if the player goes out of that 20 meter vision radius, then the number goes negative, but I'm definitely going to decrease that. But let me show you what the formula is for this, because it's a pretty interesting formula. So I'm sure that you're even more confused than when I began, but basically we have our vision radius, and that gets a script from the pathfinding script, so in this case it's going to be 20. So, and then the distance, that also, this variable is also gotten from the pathfinding script, so it gets the enemy distance, or the distance between the enemy and Ethan, and the value added, and this is where the formula comes in, is the eyesight modifier. Now the eyesight, that's just basically a modifier of how good the eyesight is of the enemy, and I believe I just put 1 for the brute's case. I'm gonna kind of play around with it when I make this better, but if the eyesight modifier, let's say, is 2, then that means that the value added will be multiplied by 2. So this is multiplied by, and then in parentheses, vision radius minus distance. So this basically makes it so that the closer Ethan is to the enemy, the higher the value is that gets added, and then that's multiplied by the eyesight modifier. So I kind of just came up with this system in my head, and I'm just kind of experimenting with it, but that sounds like it might confuse a few of you, so I'm just going to leave it at this, and I'll actually show you the application of it when I'm done. I might not finish it this episode, but we'll have to see what I can do. So while I was in the process of making the vision system, I decided to upgrade the style of the UI a bit. I got rid of the loot bag, which was at the bottom, the bottom left hand corner of the screen. It wasn't really doing anything. I originally had it to be so that when you picked up any coins, that it would show the coin count, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have any coins in this game, and it seems like our brute is getting stuck again, so we'll have to see what's up with that. But the 3 bars in the top right hand corner, there used to be 1, and that was the health bar, and now there's 3. The health bar is the first one, and I changed the style a little bit and I made it a little smaller, and it still works, as you can see. The middle one is the magic bar, and there's no function to that yet, but you'll see what happens. And why did I pick up this toy bronze sword? I'll put this in my inventory. There we go. So, and the third bar is going to be the vision bar, and I might change the color, or I might put it somewhere else, because some people might think that it's a stamina bar, and that is usually a common place for it. So I might change it up a bit, but for now this is the vision bar, and as you can see, it doesn't work yet with the brute or anything, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So here's the inspector of the vision bar, and as you can see right here, there is something called the UV rect, and if I were to slide that to the left or right, you can see that the bar moves, and this is something very similar to the health bar, except I have it move in a different direction. So in this case, it's going to move to the right, and when it hits the eye, or when it hits 100% seen, then the screen, or sorry, not the screen, the bar will turn black, and Ethan will officially be seen. So let's take a look at how this works in a script. So we are currently in runtime, and as you can see, here is Ethan's inspector, and I added a new script called enemy vision tracker, and this is the %scene, and I have something called a camo modifier, and that's basically camouflage. So if the camo is, let's say, 5, then it'll take longer for Ethan to be seen, but that's something for the future, and I haven't implemented that yet. But let's see what this looks like in action. So here's Ethan, he's running around, but I'm going to adjust this %scene, so it ranges from 0 to 100, and as you can see, when I begin dragging the %scene number, currently it's at 19%, as you can see, the green bar is moving towards the eye, and then when it finally reaches 100, then Ethan is in big trouble. So that is what I have so far, and in the next episode I'm going to connect this with the enemy vision, or at least I'll try. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is an in-progress step to getting the vision system working, and it's a small step to getting the AI working. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.